pretty sure my camera is like on the verge of breaking. The lens keeps popping every time I use it. But anyways, good morning guys. I don't know why I do this to myself. I always hop on camera literally as I roll out of bed. I literally just got out of bed, grabbed my camera, and I'm here. Haven't even peed yet. So I've been up a bajillion times last night, having to pee, having stomach pains, like just everything. I've been having that, like this stomach pains for like a month now, where like every single night I wake up with like a stomach ache. It sucks, but totally fine. This morning the cat woke me up throwing up. She always gets hairballs because she'll literally walk around the house and just eat hair off the ground. It's so annoying. Like I said, was up 100 times last night with like contractions and just not feeling well. And I'm just gonna put this out there. These last weeks of pregnancy are so difficult. And I think it's especially difficult for us women who go over the due date, because everyone's asking, have you had the baby yet? Everyone's checking in on you. Everyone wants to see how you're doing, how you're feeling, like, and it's so wonderful knowing so many people care. So that's not even the problem. It's the reminder of the baby's not here yet. And you know, it gets to a point where like I'm not even afraid of labor at this point. Like I'm afraid of labor, but I know it's gonna happen, and it's kind of like I just want to get out of the way, like I've said 100 times. So it's just the last weeks of pregnancy are hard. You don't feel good, everything hurts, literally everything in your body hurts, and you get to a point where you have been preparing for like 9-10 months for this child, and they're not here yet. And it just gets a little bit disheartening when you start seeing everybody else having their baby. I think that's where it's getting the hardest for me, is I followed so many accounts. Like right when I got pregnant, I just started following everyone who had already announced that they were pregnant, and then throughout, you know, the past 10 months, I've been following these accounts. And so it's like you follow their journey and you become invested in their story and what they're going through, and you're comparing notes throughout the entire pregnancy, and then all of a sudden they're all having their babies. I am literally, I think there's 2 girls left who are due like the same exact time as me. Say, I think like the day before or the day after me. There's 2 girls left who I follow, and they're still pregnant, but there was 3. She had hers last night, and it just gets really hard when you went from like following 15 people to now only 3 of you are pretty much left. I appreciate all the messages, people asking how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, like how the progression is and stuff like that. But what is super annoying is when it's always, oh no baby yet? Well, go walk or go do this. And it's like, do you think I haven't done any of that? Seriously, for the past 3 weeks, since like week 37, I've been told, go walk, do the yoga ball, go do squats, do this. And it's like, don't you think I'm gonna do that and I know to do that? I was just reading an article last night that said it's now become like a thing where a lot of doctors will tell women that once they hit 38 weeks, they're considered term. So a lot of women just assume starting at week 38 that, or some even 37, but 38 is the newer one, I guess. Start week 38 to just start expecting the baby, and it's like, you really shouldn't do that to yourself. You really should not put that pressure on yourself, but that's what happened with me. Starting at week 38, since then, I have been, even 37, I have been like on call for this baby. I've been waiting, I've been expecting, I've been looking at every little symptom and stuff like that, and it's just not, it's not good to do, and it's not fair, and it really causes a lot of like disappointment, and it really is not, it's not good. And I really loved reading this blog on it. What I have read is that the average length that women go is 41 weeks and 1 day for their first baby. And what's funny is I will be getting induced at 41 weeks and 1 day. So apparently that's like the average time for a mom to deliver like their first baby. So it makes me feel a little bit better knowing like there's nothing wrong. Yeah, I got to a point where I was like, is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with the baby? Is there something like, is my body not gonna do what it needs to do? You know, again, she said in it that there shouldn't be like a due date. There should be like a floating date. Kind of like it could be around this time. Like expect the end of June, early July, the end of April, you know what I mean? And I really, really appreciated that article. So now, having already lived my first pregnancy and gone through all of this, I now know for my other ones to never rely on a date, which I never did. I knew the date was just like an estimate. I knew I never lived by that date. But I just, once that date came and left, I was a little bit sad, like, where's the baby? I'm just gonna take it as he needs these little extra finishing touches. He wants to stay and give me all the little kicks and all the little hiccups, and You guys have heard from the beginning, being pregnant, this past year has been the greatest year of my life. I've never enjoyed something more than I've enjoyed being pregnant with him, and having him to myself has been like the greatest gift I could ever ask for. So I'm just gonna enjoy these last days with him just being he and I, and just enjoy these last moments of being pregnant. But I know it's coming. I know my body is doing what it needs to do. It gets really disheartening when it starts and then stops. I think that's the hardest part, because my body starts doing all of the labor signs and then just disappears. So that gets really, really difficult. But this weekend, I'm gonna enjoy it with my husband. I'm just gonna try and see if we can have just like one-on-one time, just like really enjoy each other's company. It's our last weekend officially as being the two of us. You know, we're gonna have our baby by next weekend. So, I mean, no matter what, now that we're being induced and everything. So no matter what, we'll have our baby next weekend, which is a really good feeling. But I just wanna try and have the last weekend with him, just he and I. But I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast, and then I'm gonna run to my P.O. box and enjoy this lovely Friday. So I'm editing my vlog right now. I went ahead and put on a little bit of makeup. I'm trying to make sure I put on makeup and clothes every single day, because I don't know if my water's gonna break, and I wanna be like that much closer to being ready to leave and go out the door. Not that I don't think it's gonna be like a quick rush. I don't know, I'm saying that, but watch, I'm probably gonna make it to where like I do have a quick rush, but I just wanna make sure that I am like put together somewhat before he makes his entrance. So anyway, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling way more positive, and I feel a lot better today. I still have my days where I feel really just kind of depressed that he's not here yet, and then I'm like reminded of how beautiful being pregnant is. So why be upset? Why be upset that he's not here yet when I'm still going through the greatest journey of my life? So I don't know, I get kind of mad at myself, like, why are you upset that he's not here yet? He's just not ready. I definitely encourage people though, because I am starting to have a little bit of struggles with people kind of, I don't know, giving me a hard time for the fact that I haven't delivered yet. And it's a shame to feel like I'm doing something wrong, you know, because I haven't had him yet. I'm doing something wrong. Like already, that's kind of like a thought that's in my head that I'm putting in my head. I don't need other people putting that thought in my head too. Especially when it's not my fault, it's not baby's fault, it is nature. This is a natural thing, and there's no rush to pregnancy. There is no right or wrong way of doing it, like whatever. So anyways, I'm feeling way better now. I have some laundry in. I do feel a little bit more energy today, which is great, because whenever I feel energy, I'm always like, well, maybe I'll go in labor. I feel very nesty too, and I don't like using that word, because like I said, when I think of nesting, I think of like literally laying on the couch sleeping. That's what I've always thought nesting was. I didn't know nesting meant cleaning everything and like preparing the house and stuff like that. I didn't know that's what it meant. I get emotional thinking that next weekend though, no matter what, next weekend he will be here. This day next week, I will be holding my baby. I think a lot of this pregnancy, like near the end, not so much the beginning, I told myself I'm not gonna end up being induced. Oh, I'm gonna have him early. Like that was just my mindset. I just told myself and thought, I'm gonna have him before the due date. I'm not gonna need to be induced. My body's gonna do everything natural, and you never know. That's something that I don't think I've accepted it in the sense of I'm not as afraid of it, but I haven't accepted the fact that it could very well happen, meaning a baby's gonna happen in less than, what, 5-6 days that could happen. It's just, woo, it's crazy to think about. Where are we at? Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday I get induced, I could have the baby probably by Wednesday, hopefully, if everything goes well. Hopefully I'd have the baby on Wednesday, but I don't know. I don't think that's really like registered in my head or my husband's head either, to be honest, because we've both become like almost addicted to waiting for him to make his entrance himself, that we've almost just had in our head he's going to come himself, but we don't know. Who knows what's gonna end up happening? That's the scariest part. Today I don't have as much pressure. Yesterday's pressure was unbearable. I don't know if maybe he was like possibly positioning for birth. Maybe he was like in the process of twisting or something, but the pressure from his head yesterday and even the day before was unbearable when it came to my bladder. I truly could not handle the pain it was causing. I was really concerned too, but I did do a pee test on Monday, and I do believe that they tested for an infection just to make sure I didn't have a bladder infection or anything like that. and I haven't gotten a call, so I don't know. It is lunchtime, it's 12 right now, so I think little man and I are gonna have something to eat and continue bouncing on this ball, which I'm gonna have to say, now that I am officially 40 weeks and 4 days, I do not think the yoga ball does much. I was watching someone who, it did work for them. They actually had their water break on the yoga ball, so it worked for them. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know, but I spend the whole day on the yoga ball. If I'm not walking, I'm on the ball, and I can't say it really helped. I am such an idiot. I've been vlogging this whole time. I went to my P.O. box. So if you guys noticed the mascara that was on my eyelid, I'm an idiot. I knew it was there and I still forgot to clean it off. I always like to wait for it to dry before I clean it, and well, I forgot, so there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna eat, get some walking around the house done, get some cleaning done. I feel like that'll be a good way of getting the baby to drop a little bit, just cleaning and staying busy and active. I am definitely cherishing every single second I have with him to myself. But yes, I also want to set myself up for possibly a quicker labor, you know, like helping, not induce labor, but like I want to obviously get him in position. And if walking helps get him in position, if bouncing on the ball, like if those help induce or get him in position, I'm gonna do it mainly because I want to make labor easier if that's a thing, if you could possibly make it easier. And also, of course, I want to meet him, but I'm not going to be sad that he's not here yet anymore. Like that's just, it's so unfair to myself and to him to be sad that he's not here yet. I'm gonna enjoy these moments with him. Like when I talk, he kicks. Like as I talk to you guys, he's always kicking and moving and he's reacting to me, and this is such a precious time. Why be upset that he's not here yet? So I am making myself some lunch right now. I'm having some chicken nuggets. It's the end of the week, so we really don't have a lot of stuff to eat yet because we usually go grocery shopping for whatever reason during the weekend. But there's something I totally forgot to talk to you guys about. I actually had something sent to me to my P.O. box and I totally forgot about it. But while my food heats up, I figured I would do a quick unboxing for you guys. So everyone knows my obsession with coffee. A brand reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in this like coffee container. So yeah, why not? It is a stainless steel coffee container. So you can actually order this off Amazon. This is what the container looks like. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is gonna look so nice on our countertop. Everything that we have is black and stainless steel in our entire kitchen. Okay, so there's like a dial on the top. Let's see what that's about. Let's open it up. Let's see if there's instructions. Oh, it even comes with a little spoon. That's gonna be perfect because my husband and I always are just like dumping it into our little K-cup thingies. So this is 1/8 cup spoon. Awesome. So this is what it looks like. I'm wanting to see what this dial does. It does, like when you twist it, it'll show like a number at the top. What number do you go up to? 31. So maybe a date, like when you put it in, because this twists too. Otherwise, I really like this nifty thing. It's actually very, very nice. I'll of course have a link down below, but this thing's really nice. I'm gonna look up what this means though. I think it's a date. I think you set maybe the number here and then the date that you put it in so you know how long it's fresh for, which I will say is extremely awesome because the one that we have, I never know when I put the grounds in there, so I never know how fresh they are. So if that's what that is, which I'm assuming it is since it goes to 31, that's a really awesome bonus. This one is called the MOLDIY, moldy. Airtight coffee container, stainless steel coffee canister, 21 ounce with scoop, and CO2 valve, brushed nickel finish. So, some info on this. Yes, it's a date wheel. So, you can set up the date of purchase or the expiry date. Date wheel for tracking the optimal coffee freshness, easy to track the storage time. So awesome. I'm not sure if mine's the 16 ounce or 21 ounce. It looks like they have two different sizes. Wicco valve, release vent that discreetly ushers nasty old CO2 off the premises. Quick release and easy seal bail clasp that kicks light and moisture to the curb. It's gonna keep moisture out. It'll keep your coffee fresher. They do have really good reviews online, but that's pretty much the main thing about it. So you would just put in, what I would probably do is put the expiry date on it, so I know when the coffee expires. We go through coffee so quickly that that's usually never an issue, but I think that's one of the greatest features to have on here. Really excited about this. One thing I guess I do need to figure out is if it is dishwasher safe. I don't think so. So yeah, thank you so much for sending this to me. I'm really excited to put it to use. So I think maybe here in the next hour or so, I'll go ahead and have some oatmeal. I obviously need to start doing that now that baby's definitely coming, you know, within the week. I wanna make sure I'm upping my oatmeal and upping things that will help bring in breast milk. I think I told you guys that milk was already starting to come out a little bit. I never thought that'd be something I'd be like overly excited for. I didn't know if I ever would breastfeed. To be honest, I never thought I would be one to breastfeed. It didn't seem like something for me. I'm an extremely modest person, and I know breastfeeding is obviously natural and it's something that, you know, we were made to do for our children. But the thought of being out in public and having to breastfeed just has never sat well with me. I never really wanted that. Again, I'm very modest and I don't want to make other people around me uncomfortable. And let's just be honest, let's just put it out there that yes, breastfeeding does make people uncomfortable. And I do like that people are trying to desensitize people and try and make people understand that we're just feeding our children. But there are always going to be weird people out there, and I don't care to cater to them. I know there's also weird people who like baby bumps and stuff like that, and I don't want to cater to them either, but that being said, I just never thought breastfeeding was for me, but I really at this point hope that it is. The other thing I'm mentioning is I have so much more energy today. I feel so good today. The nausea will probably come later in the day, but I feel really, really good today. And I feel like really ready to like clean and get like the house looking nice. And I just have energy. Hopefully we go in labor soon, you guys. Like hopefully this happens and I meet my little boy because I'm so excited to kiss his little face. I'm working on this vlog and there's a lot of parts where like I talk about me being hormonal and being sad and being just all the different emotions. And I hope it doesn't make anyone uncomfortable. Like me watching it back, it almost kind of makes me sad that I was going through so many like weird hormones. It like almost makes me feel sad that I was like going through so much like hormones. I'm gonna make myself some of the raspberry leaf tea. I made some yesterday and it's delicious. I'm gonna turn it into iced tea today though. So I think I'm gonna make like 1 or 2 tea bags of it and just turn it into iced tea and sip on that for a little bit. Just kind of see how that tastes. I do have some lemonade. Maybe I'll add some lemonade to it or something. You guys, I've asked a ton of times, do any of you guys know where I can get an affordable MacBook Pro battery? Good morning, guys. It is Saturday and still no baby. I had contractions last night, of course, but they do nothing, so this baby's definitely gonna require an induction. I've given up thinking that he's gonna just do this on his own. So the cat is acting really weird. She like, when she's not in the bed, when I wake up, she usually has done something bad. So I checked everywhere. I checked the bed to see if she peed on the bed. I don't see anything. But she's acting really weird, so I'm like trying to figure out what she did wrong. And she just keeps hiding from me, or if she comes out and then I move, she'll go hide again. I don't know if it's because she got in trouble yesterday, but like we've hung out since then. So I don't know what her deal is, but I have a feeling I'm gonna find something and I'm gonna be mad. I can't really breathe right now though, so I can't smell if she did anything. She had both potties and, oh. Goodness. She had both pee and poop in her litter box, so I can't imagine what else she would have done. But anyway, it is Saturday and we are gonna do the Labor Olympics today. That's what we've been calling it. Pretty much just go to a mall or go to a bunch of stores and just walk around as much as I can. I'm just doing it at this point, not necessarily to induce labor, but to get myself like progressed so that when I do go in to get my actual induction, I'm a little bit farther ahead and hopefully my body reacts to the induction well. I honestly had no idea that inductions either fail or go into C-sections. I don't know why, I never knew that, but now knowing that, I definitely want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to try to avoid either one. If it happens, it happens, but I just want to try to avoid a C-section. Although a lot of women are like, do a C-section, it's so much easier. And I'm sure it is in some ways easier as far as like the delivery goes, but the healing process, I just would rather do something that our bodies are naturally designed to do over a cesarean, unless of course I need a cesarean. I have nothing against them. Like honestly, if they were to say we need to do this now, I'd be like, yep, give me the papers, let's go. If that's how it's meant to be, that's how it's meant to be, and I'm totally fine with that. It's probably gonna be nerve-wracking thinking of going to an OR and being awake, but anyway, that's enough about that. Yesterday, I'm such an idiot. Yesterday, I went and took a shower and the hot water lasted maybe 5 minutes. And it just started going down and I'm like getting frustrated at this point. And I remembered early in the morning, we heard like this transformer sound. Like, you know when a transformer blows? I heard that, and I heard it like in my house, close to my house, and I didn't really know what it was. And the dogs freaked out. We had no idea what it was, but ended up falling back asleep. Didn't even think about it again. And then when we didn't have hot water, I was like, I wonder if the two are correlated. So I went out and I checked the breakers and everything seemed to be fine. And I'm flipping the breakers that I thought were the right ones. Of course, it doesn't work. And I'm like frustrated at this point. So I'm just like telling my husband, I'm like, we're probably gonna have to spend tomorrow replacing our water heater. And I'm like super upset. So I ended up asking my dad for advice to see like what I should do. So my dad ends up coming over, and at this point, my husband still hasn't come home to check the breaker system. My dad comes over, and my mom and my sister, and my dad goes out to the water heater. He's checking the water heater because at this point I had told him I already flipped the breaker. He's checking the water heater and everything, and then he ends up going to the breaker and he's like, oh, he comes inside and he's like, well, your water heater breaker was on off. Did you flip it to off before I came? And I'm like, no. I was like, I told him the whole scenario, how I flipped these breakers and blah, blah, blah. I flipped them to the off, then back on. And he's like, well, this breaker's off. And I'm just like, no, there's no way. I flipped the right one. Anyway, I flipped the wrong one. The whole time the water heater was set to off. I took a cold shower for no reason. My parents came over, like, which was awesome. I was glad they came over because we got to hang out. Pregnancy brain is real. I just did not know how to read. I guess I just read the map wrong, how this guy had it laid out. So anyway, crisis averted. I told my husband before he got home, I was like, well, everything's fine, so don't hurry home. It's good, we're good to go. But now I'm waiting for my husband again because he needed to go help his friend move furniture. Yeah, so I've been having a little bit of contractions. Last night they were pretty uncomfortable, but again, they just don't go anywhere. They just start and then fizzle out. And that is so frustrating when you have that for 2 weeks straight. But again, like, they just don't hang out for very long. So I'm just gonna get walking done all weekend again and just try and get him to help me dilate. His head is nice and low, so hopefully I can use that to my advantage. It felt lower the other day, or I guess, like I said, he was in a different position because now he's not as uncomfortable. So I don't know, can they drop and then come back up? Because now I'm not as uncomfortable as I was. 40 weeks and 5 days at this point. I have my induction in 3 days. So no matter what, we are 3 days away from being induced. I still don't think that that's registered yet. I think I still have not fully registered that no matter what, I'll be induced in 3 days. So it's like when people text me and ask me if the baby's here yet, which I get all day long, I'm always like, no, he's not here yet. But I don't know why I don't just say he'll be here in probably 4 days. He's gonna be here soon. Just gonna be patient, just enjoy this last weekend with just my husband, and hopefully I go into labor, but I don't think I will. What you have planned doesn't matter. She just like is hiding, but like if I move, she'll run. And I don't know, like, I don't know what she did. What did you do, Bella? Why are you hiding? Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, July 1st, and baby boy still has not decided to come on his own today. I woke up extremely like emotional about it. It's now July, but I'm trying to just hold on to being thankful that, I mean, I've had the most incredible pregnancy I could ever ask for, and I just want to be thankful that he's still, you know, cooking and getting healthy, and I just want to be thankful that I'm still enjoying the pregnancy. It kind of comes to a point though where you're just like so ready to meet them. Like, I'm not done being pregnant. If I could be pregnant still and have him, like, that'd be great. So I'm taking the days as blessings, and, you know, it's not a curse. Like something I posted on my Insta story someone sent to me, which was so nice because it really like reminded me that, you know, pregnancy is not a race. I'm not cursed with these extra days. These extra days are extremely special. And, you know, there's a lot of people on social media who are constantly sending me messages saying, where's this baby? Why haven't you gotten him out yet? All these different things, like almost making it like it's a negative thing. Like it's so terrible he's not here yet. And while it's terrible because we all want to see his face and meet him and everything like that, it's not a terrible thing that I'm still pregnant. I know a lot of people, I guess, don't enjoy being pregnant, or on their last days, they're just dying to be done. I have no complaints. Like, I feel really good. I really, truly do. And I have no complaints for being pregnant. The only complaint I have is I just want to meet my son. So anyway, I woke up like emotional just because I was like, why isn't he here yet? We're looking at July 1st. He's still not here. I know my induction date is in 2 days. It should have been tomorrow, but they had to push it back. So my induction date is July 3rd. He's probably gonna be here July 4th or 5th, depending on how long it takes my body to react to the, you know, medicine that they use. I'm just extremely emotional though, because I really, really wanted him to come on his own. I know I'm not in control. Yeah, I just was like super duper emotional, and I still feel a little bit emotional, but at the same time, I feel okay. I feel good. My body doesn't hurt. My body feels really, really good. You know, like I said, I know a lot of women are just done by this point, but like, I feel good. The only difference is I just want to meet my son. We ended up sleeping in really late today. I think we slept into like 11:15 just to kind of catch up on sleep and make sure that we have sleep before he's born. It's not like I'm depressed. Like like every time I talk about being sad, like I don't want people to think I'm like depressed already and like have postpartum blues already or pregnancy blues or whatever it is. That's not it. It's just you see everyone already having their babies, and it does get really hard, and it's really hard. And like anything I can say to people on social media, if you know someone who's pregnant and going over their due date, or even if they're not going over their due date, encourage them to be happy that they're still pregnant. Encourage them to feel blessed. Don't encourage them to feel like they need to get the baby out, because that just makes it so much worse. I've been hearing from people since week 38 on how I need to get this baby out, and everyone has their opinion on what you need to do and how you need to induce labor yourself, and that's fine. Like when you're starting out like 37, 38, 39 weeks, whatever, that's fine, giving your like opinion on how it should work. But it's like really annoying when I'm constantly hearing the same thing, like do this, do this, do this. Do you really think I have not tried it? I've tried everything. The only thing I'm not trying is castor oil. Everything else we have tried and nothing is working. He is just not ready to come out yet. I just want to encourage, I guess, other women to not be so hard on pregnant women. Like honestly, like a lot of people are giving me a hard time, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong when people give me a hard time, like you haven't gotten him out yet, you haven't been able to, or you haven't delivered yet, you haven't done this. And it's like, I'm not in control of this. I can't control this at all. And being my first kid, it does sometimes get in my head like, is there something wrong with me? Like, why haven't I delivered my baby but everybody else has? Why am I the last one? I would honestly say I've been following like 20 people and I'm the last person to have their baby. And you don't think that already messes with my head and already messes with, is there something wrong? Have I done something? Am I not doing enough? I just encourage other women, any woman who's watching this, if you know someone who's pregnant, or in the future you know someone who's pregnant, encourage them to embrace the pregnancy rather than feel like it's a curse. Because a lot of people are sending messages making me feel like, oh, I feel so bad for you that you're pregnant. I feel so bad for you. And it's like, why would you feel bad? I can understand feeling bad that I haven't met my son or whatever you want to say, but don't feel bad that I'm pregnant, because I'm loving it and it's not a curse. My husband went out to go get us some bagels or something just to have as like a side for our eggs, and then he went and also, I'm hoping, is getting us coffee. I don't know, he probably won't, but it'd be really nice if he did. Yeah, it's like much later in the day today. I'm trying to just like take it easy. I really wanted to just spend the day just he and I, just because we only have these 2, maybe like 3 days left, just he and I want to really embrace them and enjoy them, just he and I. So I think we're just gonna have like a really chill day. I'm not gonna force anything anymore. I'm not gonna sit here and just like think of everything in the book to induce labor myself. Like I just want to enjoy my time with my husband, and that's what I'm gonna do. Last night we went to dinner with my in-laws and had a really delicious meal. I got ravioli, which was so good, but we had really delicious meal with them, and then they surprised me. I've been wanting a glider in the nursery. Like I want to be able to breastfeed him and, you know, cuddle him and just rock him to sleep and just be able to soothe him. And we had a chair, but it wasn't like a glider, a rock, or anything like that. It was just a chair, and my in-laws surprised me with one. So really grateful for that, very thankful for that. It's stunning, it's beautiful. When we do a nursery reveal, I'll show you guys, but it's beautiful and it's perfect and it's so comfortable and soft, and it's gonna be perfect for the baby and I, for whenever it's late nights and nursing nights, and it's just gonna be really perfect. We were there really late last night because my husband was trying to install something for them, and my husband is not, he's not a handyman, and so it didn't end up going as planned. I'm sure his dad probably has it figured out by now. My fingers are dead. I'm tired of like my hands and feet and legs and everything always going dead on me. My hands like shake. Like whenever I hold my phone, like, I wonder if it shows on camera. Like whenever I hold my phone, it shakes. It's not doing it right now, go figure. So today's definitely just been like a really chill day. We literally have done nothing all day long. I went ahead and put on makeup just in case. You never know if you're gonna go into labor. So I threw on some makeup and we've literally just been chilling all day. Taking it easy. Everyone's asking how things are going and we're doing good. So today was definitely just our relaxing day. We are done focusing on just getting this baby out. We just wanted to relax and chill together and just literally take a day to ourselves of just doing nothing. Tomorrow I think is gonna be a little bit nerve-wracking of a day, knowing that the following day is when I'm induced. So I just wanna take like tomorrow easy as well. But he is getting us some Chinese food and we're just gonna have Chinese and watch a movie. Anyway, I do feel a little bit nauseous, but I think it's because we didn't eat a lot today. I've just kind of been, we didn't have anything for lunch because we had breakfast so late. So I think just my eating schedule is a little bit off. So I think it made me a little bit nauseous, but I think as soon as I have some dinner, I'll feel a little bit better. My acid reflux has been doing so much better. Like the past week or two, I would have to say like has been significantly better. I don't wake up as much in the middle of the night to have to take Tums like I was, because that was like a huge problem I was having for a while. I couldn't get any sleep because I had to take Tums like literally every like 2 hours, which was rough for a while. So honestly, this past week, I really haven't had a lot of symptoms. I mean, I get contractions, but they're not painful contractions. I've yet to have any painful contractions. All of them are just a little bit like uncomfortable, I guess. This baby boy, it's just like, he literally is just like spreading his legs out. Like he's just like stretching. I can feel like my, like 4 sides of my uterus just like starting to stretch. Hey you guys, so today is Monday. It's the day before induction day. So we're feeling pretty good today. We woke up, had breakfast, just kind of took things easy, and that's pretty much how we're gonna spend the day, just taking things easy. I am, of course, working while on my birthing ball, but a lot of pressure today. He's definitely dropping. My stomach is dropping, like physically, you can tell from the outside it's dropping, and I've been really, really nervous about the induction, but I'm kind of getting to a point where I feel a little bit more comfortable because I am progressing like naturally. So if I need a little bit of Pitocin to kind of crank things up a little bit, I'm okay with that. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I have just like a strong feeling I'm gonna end up with a C-section, maybe just because of the fact I know I'm being induced and not being totally confident on how well my body's going to handle things. Makes me think I'll probably end up with a C-section, but regardless, like I've said 100 times, whatever gets him here, the healthiest for both of us is 100% what I want to do. And I am not going to have any kind of disappointment if I get a C-section. To be honest, I just want him here safe. A C-section is not the worst thing in the world. So that's just my personal opinion. I just feel like the healing process is probably very, very tough, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So we're just trying to be positive and confident. I just made myself some more raspberry leaf tea just because I'm not trying to induce labor or anything like that. I'm trying to just kind of get things, I guess, in preparation. So I've been sitting on the ball to kind of keep him low and just, you know, walking around because, I mean, if I could go in spontaneous labor today or tomorrow before the induction, that'd be great. But if not, that's fine too. I haven't had barely any contractions in like a week, which is so weird, and I just don't have a lot of signs and symptoms anymore. Like they literally just kind of disappeared. So that's kind of a little, that's like weird to me. It's a little concerning. Like, did my body try and go in labor, and then when it didn't, it's just like, okay, never mind, we're not gonna try again. I mean, I know that's stupid, that's not the truth, but I don't know, sometimes I'm like, this is weird. So just taking it easy today. Yesterday I had a lot of nausea, like I told you guys, so that's like the only sign or symptom that I still have that, I mean, kind of freaks me out a little bit. I have a lot of like pelvic pain and pressure and back pain and stuff like that, but really only at nighttime. I don't have it during the day. During the daytime I'm totally fine, besides the nausea. So yeah, drink my raspberry leaf tea. getting work done. I have to schedule work for the week so that I can take a little bit of time off, so I can really just kind of focus on us as a family of 3 and on my recovery and everything. So there's that. What else do I have? Obviously gonna make sure that everything is set up for, you know, the house, make sure everything's clean and ready for us to come home from the hospital. We're gonna give the dogs a bath today. We gave them their flea medication so that they're set, so that we don't have to worry about that after the baby's here for a while. So they're set for a while, and like I said, I'm gonna have work set for a little bit. I'm not gonna be able to be caught up on vlogs, which really sucks. I would have loved to have had a vlog up. Like, I have a vlog that I'm working on right now, like I said. Get that one up like today, and then get the one you're watching right now up tomorrow. That would have been a dream come true, but that's not gonna happen. I just don't have enough hours in the day to get that done. Even working on it tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to do it. So fortunately, that won't be happening. So you guys will be watching this vlog that you're watching right now. The baby will already be here and you'll be watching this. So I'm sorry, but I will get the labor and delivery and every story and vlog and everything you want to see. I will get that out as soon as possible. I am hoping to get a little bit of footage from labor and delivery. I don't know how well that's going to go. Really, no one, my husband's not good at taking out the camera. I'm terrible at taking out the camera. My mom, anyone who's in the room, no one really thinks to take out the camera, especially a video camera. So I'm hoping I get some footage of some sort. I don't know. I'm gonna try though. I don't know if there's gonna be any footage of me pushing, and I also don't know how much footage we're allowed to legally take because I know every hospital is different. Anyway, I'm a little bit nervous, or a little nervous. I'm definitely very nervous for how the week's gonna go. I'm very nervous to be induced. I never imagined that to be my story, but it's fine. I am totally embracing it and accepting it. And I never imagined I would be 41 weeks. I'm 41 weeks today. Did not think I would go that far. I'm grateful to have been able to make it this far though, trust me. I guess pregnancy is like Big Brother. Expect the unexpected, because it's not gonna always go the way that you had planned. And again, I don't have a birth plan, but I did have like an idea in mind of how labor and delivery, like it would be spontaneous. I would get my epidural, be comfortable, deliver the baby. We'll see how it goes. Oh, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. This is such a wild ride. I have every emotion. I feel pretty calm for right now. Last night I was a little bit anxious, but I do feel pretty calm today, and I'm hoping to hold on to the calmness. I think tomorrow I'll probably be like crapping my pants all day. I don't know why they do inductions at nighttime, because then you're just nervous all day until you get there. At least I get to meet this boy very, very soon. And I know our life is gonna change absolutely forever. Oh, goodness gracious. But anywho, let me get back to work, get some editing done for you guys so I can try and get vlogs up as soon as possible. I would love to say I'd edit in the hospital, but I know for a fact I will not. Anyway, you guys, this is just crazy.